Good morning, El Paso. Students at a local elementary school potentially exposed to tuberculosis. Some parents are upset with the district's response.
New developments in the Children's Hospital bankruptcy case this morning. What the judge is allowing that has children's upset.
And will this be another year without 4th of July fireworks for El Pasoans? Governor Greg Abbott has made a decision on the request for a ban.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Good morning, everyone. The sun is up and it's a cloudy day out there in the borderland. Even some color in those clouds. It's a gorgeous start to the day.
Yes, and hopefully those clouds will keep the temperatures down a little bit. Thankfully, we did not see any triple digits yesterday. I don't think we were going to see them again today.
I think it was a welcome change too, right?
Definitely. A very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Floren. Good morning, everyone. Let's get right to Crystal and talk about those nice temperatures that we had yesterday. See if more is in store.
Absolutely. We're still talking temperatures below average today because more clouds and rain chances in the forecast. Let's start with a look at our clouds and radar map this morning. Just like yesterday morning, we are looking at those cloudy to partly cloudy conditions outside. A little farther south, the thicker cloud coverage this morning. And as we move throughout today, particularly into your afternoon and early evening, just like yesterday is when we're looking at more clouds building throughout the map. That's what we expect later today as rain chances increase. Your temperature, we're at 75 in El Paso. Your winds are at just 3 miles per hour. Today winds should be light, could pick up with any thunderstorms in the afternoon. Las Cruces at 69 degrees and winds just 6 miles per hour. In just a few minutes, we're going to talk more about that weekend forecast, including your Saturday and your Sunday.
All right, thanks so much, Crystal. And now to our top story this morning. More than 100 kids have been potentially exposed to tuberculosis at a local elementary school. That's what Frank Macias Elementary parents learned this week. A public health department investigation found it all started with someone on the campus complaining of symptoms. Today, a meeting is being held for those worried parents. Some parents are upset that the school didn't notify them earlier, and they only found out through news reports. Mother of a Macias Elementary 5th grader, Angelica Enriquez, is not one of the parents of the potentially exposed children, but she is upset over the way the situation is being handled.
What are they saying? How come they didn't call us and let us know what was going on? They eat in the same cafeteria, they go to the same restrooms, they play on the same playground, so I really think that they should test all the kids that go to the school.
The public health department would not say if the person infected was a staff or student. If any parent has concerns, the health department is encouraging them to get a free blood test. Today, again, there will be an informational meeting. That will be at Macias Elementary at 9 o'clock this morning. Free testing will be done at the school next Monday and Tuesday as well.
Governor Greg Abbott has approved a ban on fireworks for El Paso County. County Judge Veronica Escobar sent him a request to extend the county's ban on the sale and use of fireworks through the July 4th holiday. The governor's approval means the ban will last through July 4th and expire on July 5th at 7 a.m.
Two new major developments in the Children's Hospital bankruptcy case this morning. First of all, despite the Children's Hospital's protest, the judge is allowing 2 El Paso County commissioners to sit in on the mediation between Children's and University Medical Center. And 2, a bankruptcy trustee questioned Children's on its troubled finances. Children's CEO Mark Herbers said he expects the hospital to bring in more than $82 million this fiscal year. But the bankruptcy trustee seemed a little skeptical, saying revenue seemed down. Herbers also says they plan to hire someone to go after money from philanthropists. That's something that Children's has not done.
So instead of vetoing a deal and then spending more money on another mediation, on more lawyers' time, we thought it would be more expeditious and more productive if we were in the room and we could respond immediately. Yes, constitutionally we can do that, or no, that's going to impact the tax bill too much.
Children's had objected to the county being part of the mediation, partly because Escobar has been very critical of the hospital publicly. The bankruptcy judge warned everyone the mediation is confidential.
New details are coming out about a suspected murderer who was living in El Paso for 20 years under a false identity. Paul Sanchez is accused of shooting and killing Miguel Cabrera outside a dance hall in Albuquerque back in September of 1996. A joint investigation led by the Lone Star Fugitive Task Force pointed toward reports a house on the 12,000 block of Van Gogh in East El Paso and a resident inside. Authorities say Sanchez started a family while living under an assumed name, Gerardo Delgado. Officers had the house under surveillance and saw a man matching Sanchez's description. A neighbor we spoke with said Sanchez recently tried to sell her perfume.
It's like, oh my God, I didn't know. I mean, I've never thought that I would live across the street from a killer. Like, it's just weird. And then I let him in my home to show us the perfumes. Like, oh, that's scary.
Sanchez is in Otero County awaiting extradition to Albuquerque to stand trial. A man accused of breaking into the home of a Las Cruces mixed martial arts fighter is getting a plea deal. Investigators say Raymond Garces and 3 other men broke into Joe Torres' home and got into a fight. Garces' older brother was stabbed to death by Torres. No charges were ever filed against him because they determined it was self-defense. Garces was charged with attempted first-degree murder and aggravated burglary, among other charges. As part of the deal, Garces pleaded no contest to trespassing. If formally accepted by the court, all other charges will be dropped, and both the defense and prosecutors agreed to a sentence of 1 year of unsupervised probation.
Well, police have released the name of the man killed in a car wreck Tuesday morning. It happened on the 11,000 block of Vista del Sol. Police say 26-year-old Alexander Repass lost control of his car as he approached a curb. He struck the fence of a charter school and rolled over. He was not wearing a seatbelt and died at the scene. Meanwhile, his friends have been posting photos of him on our Facebook page expressing their condolences. They say that Repass was a soldier stationed at Fort Bliss.
It is 6:06 and we're taking you back out to that traffic situation over at I-10 West at Joe Battle, where crews are doing some construction in that area. So you can see that the traffic is really backing up. Hillary, just in the last hour, it's gotten really bad out there.
Yeah, we've seen it stacking up for sure. So be careful and leave a little early. And still to come here on Good Morning El Paso today.
The police are still searching, but a second arrest has been made in connection with that prison break in New York.
And why this same-sex couple decided to have their wedding at the international border. We have their story coming up a little later.
But first, our Storm Track weather forecast. Meteorologist Crystal Fry has your complete forecast.
We're going to check in on those chances of rain hour by hour. It's coming up right after your break.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.